All right, friends, it's Team Mun, and we're back with a brand new video. And it's on this guy called Sauce Dash. I believe he's a vegan dude. I did a video before on him, and I guess I'm gonna do another video on this vegan slave. So this vegan slave, Sauce Dash, he says, stop eating eggs. You don't need them. Okay, why don't we need them?
Waffle House, they're adding a surcharge of 50 cents each egg.
Tonight, shell shock with the price of eggs continuing to soar.
Avian flu forcing farmers to euthanize millions of egg-laying hens to stop the spread.
100,000 organic eggs were stolen over the weekend. New video from Seattle shows thieves making off with about 540 eggs.
Well, that just shows how popular eggs are. They're making off with the eggs, Borowski.
I don't know what you all are doing. Eggs. You just don't need them. There's a load of...
Why? They use them in a lot of these crazy foods that people make. They're using many foods to make pasta and, I don't know, bread and a bunch of things. And people love eating eggs. Like I said, they use them for many things in cooking and whatever. And they're highly nutritious eggs, bro. But they're a lot better raw. I mean, they're the one thing that people would eat raw. At least they could eat raw eggs. They don't want to eat raw meat. They don't want to eat raw anything else. So at least they have something raw to eat, like raw eggs, for God's sake. Jesus. You know what I mean? You need nutrients.
Reasons to give them up entirely. They're the most expensive they've ever been. The risks of salmonella...
I would agree. They're quite expensive. For extra large eggs where I live, it's $5. Used to be, I remember like 20-something years ago, it was like you could still buy, I think, 12 eggs for 99 cents. It's just crazy.
Food poisoning, the long-debated cholesterol aspect. Now, I will...
Food poisoning, cholesterol? What about cholesterol? That's good cholesterol in there for you. It's animal. It's an animal product. How could it be bad? It's good cholesterol. Cholesterol is protective. It's an antioxidant. It's protective. And as far as this salmonella stuff or whatever, that's very unusual. I mean, you have to wash your eggs. Even when I get them, there's a lady up north where I get eggs from her. She has her own chickens. She has her own eggs. We buy them from her. We wash them at home. Yeah.
Contest that there are studies on both sides of that argument. Some say that the cholesterol within eggs don't cause cholesterol, but there are studies that show that it's the other things in eggs that can lead to higher cholesterol and also lead to...
Man, look, I'm not against you being a vegan. You can eat whatever the hell you want, but personally, animal products. I personally try to stick to animal products, not so much eggs, but like, you know, there's the one thing you can eat raw. So, you know, you need nutrients, bro. You don't need plants.
Increased risks of heart disease, diabetes. That's because they are...
Heart disease, diabetes, not from animal cholesterol, maybe from plant cholesterol.
High in fat. And there are even some...
There's no proof of that. He's making that stuff up. Epidemiology is not science, but whatever.
Studies that show that men who eat eggs every day have an increased risk of dying from cancer by 13% per egg after...
That's funny, because when they show men that eat eggs per day have a high testosterone. Wow. They have all kinds of things. They have high erections, high testosterone, better health. I have no clue what this guy's talking about. The health outcomes eating eggs are astronomically high.
One egg. And one study linked eating 2.5 eggs a day increased the risk in men for...
So eating 2.5 eggs increased the risk of cancer, but then they did a study on children and they said just eating 1 or 2 eggs a day increased their brain power in school. They did a lot better than the kids that didn't eat any eggs. How about that, huh? How does an egg give you cancer? He doesn't give you an explanation. Eggs are filled with nutrients, right? There's no sugar or toxins in there. So how does a nutrient give you cancer? That makes absolutely no sense.
Prostate cancer by 81%.
It gives you prostate cancer. How does it give you prostate cancer? This is crazy. An egg. A highly nutritious animal product like an egg gives you cancer, gives you prostate cancer. Okay.
Sounds crazy, but enough on that stuff. That's all.
There's no proof of that. He probably took this out of epidemiology. That is not science because they mix up other food with it. It's most likely the toxic plants that gave you the cancer in the prostate.
Super debatable. There's also the animal welfare aspect of it. Chickens were not meant to lay the amount of eggs that they're laying. We have bred them into this position. They are not.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with him on that point. Yeah, sure. I mean, but look how many people you got to feed out there, dude.
Meant to be held in captivity, especially the way that we are doing it, in the massive amounts. Which leads to my next point. Not to be political, but there was one party that specifically blamed another party for the increased egg prices. And now that party is rolling back that blame and blaming it on the realistic issue, which was the bird flu. But the actual issue is the fact that so many people are eating so many eggs that we need to stick thousands of chickens all into very small areas where...
The question is this: why are they eating so many eggs? Why are they eating so much eggs? Because other products are so much more expensive, and these are probably offsetting that. So at least they're getting that, which is sustaining them. You understand me? Without that, they'd be just eating these toxic plants, and here comes the vegan compilation. Everybody's dying, hair falling out like this guy, hair falling out, your pee not working, and your teeth and gums and everything else and whatever.
Like the flu can spread incredibly rapidly, and you end up with situations where over 20 million chickens died just in the last few months.
Yeah, because the way they are treating these chickens, what did you expect? I mean, they need higher control, that's all. They need to do something about that. It has nothing to do with the egg itself. It has to do with how these people are raising these chickens. You know, it's a business, right? But anyways, I mean, if you feed garbage to a chicken, obviously it can get sick, right? If you feed it garbage, just like any other animal. If you feed animals garbage and you eat those animals, what do you think happens to you?
Because of the flu. So, what can you do about it? Well, stop eating eggs. There are a lot of
I love this one. What could you do about it? Stop eating eggs and starve to death. Yes. Good idea.
alternatives out there and things that are just not true.
Oh, good ideas out there. Stuff that gives you cancer, fucking destroys your health, like whole wheat grains. Yeah, you want to eat smashed seeds, right? Baked goods, more smashed seeds. More smashed seeds with sauces and weird shit. Pie filling. What else has he got here? What is this? Patties, scrambles, sandwiches, fried rice with arsenic in it. That's going to be a healthy alternative. Yeah. Eat a lot of arsenic. That's it. Gravy, sauces, soups, stews, puddings. Soups. What kind of soups? Vegan soups? Disgusting. None of these sauces are good. What kind of stews? Baking goods again. Baking goods. Sandwiches. What is this? Scrambles, mixed dishes. Okay, it says eggs here at the bottom. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Good thickening, avoid lumps. Place of eggs. Use an unsweet dish in place of eggs or oil. Oh, yeah, that's what you want is oil. Yeah, that's it. Seed oils, yeah. Okay. Man, whatever. And here's one. Banana ripe, mashed. This is really disgusting. Teaspoon cornstarch. Oh, yeah, cornstarch. Arrowroot powder, wheat flour. Yeah, that's all you want is that shit. Commercial egg replacer. Okay. Whatever.
The alternatives, they just work better in recipes. You haven't tried them because eggs have always been the standard.
Yeah, you want to use something fake. Yes. Okay, yes.
Like breakfast baked items. A quarter cup of applesauce works perfect in baked items that are meant to be sweet, like pancakes.
So engineered applesauce. Okay, engineered apples.
Cakes, waffles, muffins. They end up better, in my opinion.
Which destroy your teeth. You know, give you glycation. Fucking give you probably large prostate. The fructose alone in there, mitochondrial dysfunction, possibly, yeah, like I said, cancer, and a bunch of other things, metabolic diseases and shit. Yeah, we should eat those things, yes, that give us diseases and cause us to be fucked up and weak. Yeah, and accelerated aging. Okay.
Because they're more moist and they don't dry out, along with
Oh, because they're more moist and they don't dry out. But they give you every other fucking disease, like metabolic disease, you name it, in the wazoo. But we should eat that. But we shouldn't eat eggs, which are natural to humans. It's a natural thing. It's highly nutritious. We shouldn't eat it because why? Again, because it gives you cancer. Yeah. But your foods don't give you cancer. Is that it? Your toxic vegan foods, they don't give you any of these diseases. They make you really healthy, right? Have you seen the vegan compilation, dude, recently? Come on.
Lower in fat. Now, I've talked a lot about different egg replacers in the past, like chia seeds or flax seeds. Great source of
Yeah, more seeds again. See, chia seeds, flax seeds, all this slave food diet. This guy is your typical slave. He loves slave food, bro. Look at him. He looks diminished. The guy's 30. He looks like he's moving on to 50 something.
omega-3s. But then there are also commercial egg replacers, like Bob's Red Mill. This stuff here. It lasts in the pantry, works really great. It's
Yeah, fake egg. Is that it? Okay. Is that real egg or fake egg?
fairly cheap. Now, this isn't going to replace a scramble, but it will replace eggs in pretty much every baked item you can think of. I mean, I've even used this to make egg like
That's almost like, what's his name? The guy from Bill Gates is replacing or meat with like some kind of fake meat, made in a lab.
pasta. Now,
But then again, there's the vegan stuff where they try to fake all these meat products. Why do they have to fake all these meat products if their whole basis is to eat plants and they're highly nutritious, great for you, and all this kind of stuff? They do all these wonder things for you. Oh man. But yet they want to make fake burgers, fake bacon, fake stuff, fake animal products because they crave what? They crave meat products because they're highly nutritious, nutrients.
with that, there's also the vegan egg replacers that will make a scramble, but then they can also be used in baked items or places where eggs are.
Yeah, why not just replace all the animal products so the entire fucking population in the world can die and they can be all of them could be on the vegan compilation? How their hair's falling out, their nails, they're fucking dying, no energy, they're about to drop and die, and their teeth are fucking popping out.
Used in recipes like Just Egg. I showed how you can make that at home. That uses just
Yeah.
mung bean protein. Very
Look at this guy. He's got no hair too. Fuck it, bro. He looks diminished. He's eating fucking smashed seeds. Christ.
simple ingredients. But my favorite egg replacer is actually pound for pound one of the cheapest protein sources that you can get. It's easy to get. It's
Why do all these people that slave food diets, that are heavily into slave food diets, all look the same, diminished with bald heads? Christ.
found in just about every grocery store. But first, let me tell you about today's sponsor. So a lot of you already know my weight loss story. I've lost over 110 pounds. I've gotten
Jesus, man. No wonder why you look anorexic.
into the best shape of my life. I'm the fittest. I feel the
I
healthiest.
don't want to know your commercial, dude.
Might have to deal with your management. For me, this has been huge. I
No
know
thanks.
best health plan based on your real time changes that over time will help your body.
No thanks.
Lumen, thanks for sponsoring today's video and for making such an is an estrogen, right? Not good for men. It sounds the same. Phytoestrogen.
Hold on a second. Let's go back on this one because I didn't like that commercial. See what he has here.
Okay, we're back. Now, before we get into my favorite egg replacer, I want to clear a few things up. This contains phytoestrogens, which for some people may sound scary. I mean,
Okay, phytoestrogens are bad for you. They're bad for you. Yeah. I like how he says this may be scary for some. Well, it's bad for men. That's why he has no hair on his head.
a phytoestrogen is an estrogen, right? Not good for men.
Yeah.
It sounds the same. Phytoestrogen and estrogen are not the same thing. Now, specifically, the science is still out. But we do have enough science and enough data to know what certain things do and how they react. There are studies that show positive and negative effects both ways. A majority of the studies do show a more positive effect of phytoestrogens than any negative effect that is most likely made up through social media. But this ingredient is tofu. This is just a simple tofu scramble I made. It's really easy, really quick, and pound for pound is probably one of the cheapest proteins. Tofu is sold in blocks, found in most grocery stores. You can get it for about $1.75 a block or 38 cents a serving, which is currently far cheaper than eggs. But then along with that, you're gonna get less calories, more protein, less fat, more fiber, less cholesterol, more iron, and more calcium. And you can scramble it, and it comes out pretty tasty.
You're not going to get any of that stuff. That stuff is anti-nutrient. He's lying.
I mean, this tofu scramble is just simple. It's just tofu, throw it in a hot pan, cook it up. I added some
God, that stuff is really gross, man. That's really going to make you into a lady. No wonder why there's no men left in this population. I mean, Christ, man, look what they're doing to men. And everybody's complaining about low testosterone, bro, these days. Christ. This is just crazy.
seasonings. You can add whatever seasonings you like. Season it like an egg. A little garlic powder, salt, pepper. And then for the yellow color, I just added a bit of turmeric. I mean, it doesn't taste exactly like...
So this is the reason why men are turning into women now, all of a sudden. This whole transgender movement and stuff. That's a brand new thing. Jesus.
scrambled eggs, but it tastes good on its own. I mean, if you don't want to eat it like this, top it on some toast. Stop being...
That's not a scrambled egg. It's fake, bro. It's fake. He's trying to convince you to eat something fake, bro. This is crazy.
Baby, try something new. It's not going to hurt you. Actually, this will help you.
This will help you. So he wants to convince you that, number one, something that is highly nutritious for you, like real eggs, are bad for you because they're going to do all these bad things to you. So guess what? They're expensive. So guess what? You should eat these fake eggs that I have created out of these toxic plants. They have estrogens in them and everything, but you don't want to be scared of the estrogens and everything. It tastes like shit. That's number two. It's not nutritious because it's anti-nutrient, because got oxalates, a bunch of other stuff in there. And it's, like I said, it's anti-nutrient, so it prevents the absorption of nutrients. So, but hey, man, you know, eggs, real eggs are bad for you. Get it? Yeah. This is better for you.
And it's pretty dang good. Now, before I get all the comments from the gym bros, this actually
What made it good? After he put all the seasoning on it to cover it up, how bad it tastes?
has a pretty high DIAA.
Here's the thing. You can eat animal products and they all taste good. You don't need to put anything on them and they taste good. Why does a steak taste so good on its own? You want to know why? Because it's a meat product. It's an animal product. Tastes amazing. Why do eggs taste good on their own? It's an animal product. They taste amazing because you're tasting nutrients. See what I mean? But you're addicted to these artificial fake foods. That's a problem. And so that sways you from this stuff like eating nutrients. More highly nutritious diet.
Score. So its protein digestibility ranks up there with just about any meat or egg. So
There's no protein digestibility. It doesn't have the same uptake like animal products, the protein in these plants. It doesn't work the same.
there you go. You could stop eating eggs. People need to stop flipping out in grocery stores. You could save some money.
He's been watching too many news outlets about people buying eggs and things, whatever, at the grocery store. People hoarding or something about eggs or something. There's plenty of eggs out there. I'll see you in the next one. Tell us what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. This guy's ridiculous, man. It's crazy what's going on out there.